got October Red Boxing here in Mannings Gym. We're with a Cruiserweight, and I'm going to be honest, I haven't met you before. So for our viewers, can you introduce yourself and tell us who you are?
Hi my people, I'm Ready Money Tyrieq. I'm currently a 2-time national champion, 5-time London champion, and 3-time national finalist. I'm from London, but I've travelled down today to visit Mannings in Birmingham, and yeah, it's been a great experience. I've just come out of the ice bath, so I'm shivering like crazy. October has got me on the worst time because I just keep shivering. But yeah, I'm Ready Money Tyrieq, and it's good to meet you all.
Awesome. Before we get into, obviously, you being in Mannings Gym and training in here today, you've got a lot of amateur titles under your belt.
Yeah.
So have you just turned pro?
No, I'm still an amateur now. I compete for Repton in London. A lot of you might have heard of it. It's a prestigious gym in London.
Yep.
Trained several champions, one of them now being myself. I'm planning to go into the elites at the end of the year and then push on to go into like GB and take that Olympic route, hopefully get to the Olympics in 2024, and you'll see me from there.
So a Cruiserweight looking to go to the Olympics.
Yeah.
A lot of fighters, I will say, are desperate to turn over pro. Well, maybe desperate's a bit of a harsh word, but they're quicker to turn over pro rather than take the Olympic route. Why have you decided to take the Olympic route?
The Olympics has always been a dream of mine, do you know what I mean? Ever since a child, the Olympics has always been one of my goals, and to kind of neglect that just because I could turn pro, don't get me wrong, I could turn pro. A lot of my a lot of my friends have turned pro. Some of them you may know from the likes of Dennis McCann, who I've trained with. Caroline de Boer just turned pro now, but she took the Olympic route. That's the route that I've always wanted for myself, to get to the Olympics and then turn pro, and I believe I can get there. So in 2024, I believe you will see me there and then push on into the pro ranks after.
So are you looking for that #1 spot then, to be able to go onto the podium to enter first for the 2024?
That's exactly it. That's literally exactly it.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about your boxing style then. You're a Cruiserweight. We've seen you work on the pads. We've seen you do some shadow boxing in the ring. That'll be running in the background. I'm mindful that you're freezing and you're shaking. Sorry, we'll get onto that ice bath in a bit.
Yeah.
But tell us a little bit about your style.
Okay.
Because you look quite heavy-handed.
Yeah.
But talk to me about your style.
I believe I'm very, very skillful, flashy at times, but yeah, very skillful. I believe I've got a good boxing brain on my shoulders. I know how to adapt in certain situations, and I'm just getting better and better now, do you know what I mean? So it's going to be even worse. I'm just going to keep developing and getting better. I've got a good shot selection, know what punches for at the right time, very good IQ in the ring, and just a good boxing brain on my shoulders, do you know what I mean? So I feel like I'm very pleasing on the eye, and I'll be excited to watch in the program for sure soon. So it won't be long.
And we talk about, a lot of people talk about that boxing brain, that IQ. Break down to me in what sentence, what you believe that boxing IQ to be, because we hear it so many times, but it's not often that we see it in the ring. So talk to me what boxing IQ is to you, and explain it in a sentence.
Boxing IQ to me is like how you work inside the ring, do you know what I mean? So you're aware of your space in the ring. If you're near the ropes, how are you going to work your way out of the corner? If you're in the corner, how are you going to work your way out of the corner? Your punches throughout the right time, your opponent's in front of you, you're both fainting, hesitating, what shot do you throw to get the ball rolling? All of that kind of thing makes up the ring IQ, do you know what I mean? So throwing shots at the right time, your ring awareness, and being able to adapt to your opponent, which is very important.
And that is the key thing, being able to adapt to the opponent, anticipating what your opponent is going to throw at you. So are you ready for that counter? Are you ready for that slip? All of that comes into play, because quite a lot of people throw that IQ word around, and we've seen it in the ring with pros, because that's a sport that I tend to watch the pro game, and we're not really seeing that IQ. So it's good that you're developing that from now to obviously push through to the Olympics, and then when you eventually turn over pro. So we talk about Cruiserweights. Looking at the UK scene, what Cruiserweights would you say that you favour or you admire their work?
Well, Lawrence Okoli was one that was at my gym a while back, and I've actually shared the ring with him at the McGugan's gym. I've been in the ring with him a lot, so I rate him highly. I believe he's achieved so much in a small period of time. So yeah, he's done quite well. Chris Burnham-Smith, another person I've shared the ring with, has just gone on to win the British and European as well, so he's done well. So the UK's doing quite well in the cruiserweight division at the moment.
Yeah, we have. We've got some nice fighters at the cruiserweight, light heavyweight and the heavyweight division. I mean, all of this is fantastic stuff to look forward to the future. You know, I'm honoured to share this time with you because obviously you're one of them that are going to be coming through as well. So it's nice to get you at the early stages. Do you know what I mean? But we're gonna move on to you coming to Mannings Gym. How did you hear about it? How did that happen?
Well, kindly enough, Anthony actually invited me down, so I was blessed to have Andy invite me down, so I thought I'd grab the opportunity. I've seen a few pros training on here from the likes of Annie Yard, I think Isaac Chamberlain was just here just yesterday, and a few others, so I thought, you know, I would definitely like to check it out. Obviously I've not turned pro yet, but you know, there's not long left in the amateur career, no matter how you look at it, do you know what I mean? So I thought I'd come and check it out. We had a good circuit, a good routine, and I'm still shivering from that ice block. But we lasted the full 5 minutes, that's why I probably shivering, do you know what I mean? So yeah, Anthony kindly invited me down, and I thought, you know, although it's far from where I live, very far, shall I say, I thought I'll make the effort to come down since he's invited me.
So being in boxing gyms, you've obviously been boxing for a while. You've got a lovely amateur pedigree, looking to push that on. How would you compare this gym? I mean, I'm going to call it like a training facility compared to other gyms that you've been in.
Well, I think Anthony himself calls it a professional training camp or training facility. Do you know what I mean? So it's actually not the same as a lot of gyms that I've been into. Do you know what I mean? You know, I'm an amateur, so I've been in pretty much amateur gyms. Do you know what I mean? And it's a great gym. It's a great gym. It's got a nice vibe, and the owner, you know, Anthony is a very welcoming, do you know what I mean? So it's great, it's nice here from what I've seen. It's my first time down, but it's very nice.
Are you coming back? To get in the ice bath for 10 minutes?
I would like to, do you know what I mean? If I get invited again, do you know what I mean? Maybe next time I could do some sparring here or something like that, do you know what I mean? There's a few good kids coming out of Birmingham, obviously you got Whitaker and stuff like that, so maybe I could come back down and get some sparring or something like that.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Listen, I know that you're shivering, your little socks off.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.
No, it's great. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, October Red Boxing with... Oh, your socials. Shout out your socials so everyone can start to follow you.
On Instagram, Ready Money Tyrieq. On Twitter, Ready Money TY. Make sure you're following me from now before we go to Paris, before we turn pro. Make sure you're backing it from now. And I look forward to meeting you guys in the future.
Awesome. October Red Boxing. Remember, stay ready and join us and follow the journey. Hi, and thank you for watching October Red Boxing. Like, subscribe, and tap the bell for notifications. You can also find us on Instagram at October Red Boxing and on Twitter, October Red UK. And remember, at October Red, we stay ready.